Hello, lovely people. I wanted to do a random facts video where I just read you facts. And I just happened to stumble upon a random fact generator. So I'm just gonna go with it, right? This is so fun. So the first fact number 1, is a pineapple takes anywhere from 1.5 to 3 years to grow. Is this true? So weird, right? Okay, next random fact. After the US President and Vice President, the Postmaster General is the next highest paid federal government employee. About $275,000 starting salary. That is an alright salary, I would say. Next fact. Oh my god, this is so long. Okay, let's just go with it. In the 1930s, a map making company put a phantom settlement called Agloe on their map, a location that didn't really exist but was included as a trap to catch anyone plagiarizing their work. 2 decades later, Rand McNally put out a map that included Agloe as well, and the original company sought to sue them for plagiarism. However, to their astonishment, a tiny settlement had actually come together at that location and named themselves Agloe after seeing that name on the map. That's interesting. Very random fact indeed. Okay, an animal fact. My favorite. The hippopotamus has 2 different auditory systems. They use their little ears above water to receive sound waves in the air. They also use their large jaw bones to conduct waves underwater and can judge distances based on the latencies in the arrivals of these sounds, which help them navigate underwater. What the helly? I'm sorry if you can hear these kids. They are yelling all the time. They're fine. They're fine. But they're yelling. Okay. Next random fact. George Washington never knew that dinosaurs existed, as they were not studied scientifically until the 1800s. That's not a sleigh. I love dinosaurs. The blue bird in the Twitter logo, in the X logo, is named Larry. Really? Okay. Why? Abraham Lincoln. There's a lot of US presidents here. Abraham Lincoln was a local wrestling champion before his political career took off. He wrestled in close to 300 contests and only lost once. Wow. King. A single litter of kittens can have more than one father. I've heard this one before. A single litter of kittens can have more than one father. Okay. That's interesting. The IRS does not accept checks more than $100 million. The IRS does not accept checks for more than $100 million. If you happen to owe more than that, you either need to spread the payment over multiple checks or consider a form of electronic payment. That's good to know for me. The first free public library was founded in Peterborough, in New Hampshire in 1833. Sorry for butchering these names. Another animal fact. The squid's brain is torus-shaped, ring-shaped, with its esophagus running through it. If it eats anything too large, it can suffer brain damage. Poor squiddy. Every time you shuffle a randomized deck of cards, it is very likely that you have created the first ever arrangement of cards in that order in history. Based on, okay, I'm not going to be able to read this. Based on 52 cards, there are 8.07 times 10. I don't know what this is called in English, but like uprised to 67 possible arrangement of cards. Sorry for butchering that as well. A bowler named James Blackstone once received a score of 299.5 after a pin cracked in half on the last frame. The bottom half of the pin fell, remained standing. What? The bottom half of the pin fell, remained standing, while the top half fell over. That's pretty interesting, right? In the 1920 and 1927 seasons, Babe Ruth hit more home runs as an individual player than any other team hit among all of their players. Wow. Okay, a howler monkey's tail is about 5 times as long as the length of his body, and his howls can be heard from up to 3 miles away. 3 miles away, wow. The region of the Outer Banks of the coast of North Carolina is also known as the graveyard of the Atlantic, since it has caused thousands of shipwrecks due to its low waters, sandbars, and strong currents. Excluding free throws, Shaquille O'Neal made more than 11,000 shots in his NBA career. Only one of them was a 3-point shot. Over. The official state question of New Mexico is red or green, which refers to which type of chili sauce you'd like on your food. Is this true? Okay. I'm serious. About 1 in every 5,000 babies is born with a blocked or missing butthole. This is a condition known as imperforate anus and generally requires surgery to create the opening. 1 in every 5,000 babies? That's a lot. Is this true? Okay. Toilet paper is thought to have first been produced in the late 800s AD in China. The space between your eyebrows is called your glabella. Glabella. Now you know. Now you know. I just got a random memory of the sound on TikTok that it was like, now you know, now I know. What's that? It's like 2019 or something, 2020 maybe. Okay. Now I know, right? Okay. Outback Steakhouse was founded by 4 Americans, none of them whom had ever been to Australia. Okay, I don't get that one because I'm not American nor Australian, so I don't know what Outback Steakhouse is. We've already seen this one. Okay. George Miller had his wife Margaret Sixel edit the movie Mad Max Fury Road. Even though she had never cut an action movie before, Miller felt that if it was edited by the usual kind of guys, it would look like every other action movie we see. She went on to win an Oscar for her editing work in the film. What? That's so nice. The movie, The Shawshank Redemption, has the highest user rating out of any film of all time on IMDb. The movie is actually an adaptation of a Stephen King novella titled Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. I knew that, actually. John Phillips, an underachieving Princeton student in 1976, used publicly available books and papers to write a report on how to create a nuclear bomb. He received an A, but his paper was promptly confiscated by the FBI because it was so accurate. Okay, John Phillips. The bowler. Okay, as of 2022, Madagascar has a larger population than Australia. What? Is Madagascar so big? That big? I didn't know that. When taking a warm shower, people experience an increased dopamine flow, which leads to more creativity. Maybe I should have taken a shower before this then. Next random fact. We've seen that one. There was a NASA scientist during Apollo 13 who went into labor. Before going to the hospital, she printed out one of the problems that they couldn't figure out and ended up solving it while at the hospital. Queen. This solution ended up being crucial to the safe return of the astronauts. She also successfully delivered her baby, who we know today as Jack Black. Is this true? I feel like this is like my video, facts with a twist. Like they're just saying things but they're not true. I don't know. Jamie Siminoff appeared on Shark Tank in 2013 seeking a $700,000 investment in his company Doorbot, but ended up turning down an offer from investor Kevin O'Leary. After Shark Tank, he changed the name to Ring and ended up selling the company to Amazon for more than $1 billion in 2018. Okay, King. The mystery flavored Dum Dums were originally made from the mixed material that formed between 2 different batches of flavor. Since this was not a pure flavor but a mixture, they found a way to sell it as a mystery. Apparently, this is no longer true today. I don't know what dum-dums are, so dum-dum. Okay, one more fact. We've seen that one. Okay, German chocolate cake was invented by an English American baker named Samuel German. It has nothing to do with the country of Germany. Okay. Okay, Samuel. Well, I hope you found this interesting. I found it really relaxing and fun to do this actually, so I hope you liked it. Thank you for listening, and if you're sleeping, I hope you get the best sleep of your life. Okay, take care. I love you.